Welcome to the Life Signatures podcast with Lawrence Namale. Lawrence is a life coach, author, and keynote speaker who loves to tackle different topics on purpose, productivity, and resilience. His mission in life is to awaken all your boundless possibilities available in you. Life Signatures podcast is dedicated to bring to reality every single person who knows that deep down in their gut, there's got to be more to life than this. And now, here is your host, Lawrence Namale.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, whatever place it is you're tuned into Life Signatures. I hope you're doing well and you've been keeping yourself well in this year that is running so fast. We're already down in the middle of it. If you blink, it's gone. This is Lawrence Namale, and once again we are doing a Wednesday's conversation, and in the conversation today I'm talking to a brother across the border, none other than Oduor Jagero. Brother, apart from the tooth, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well.
Yeah.
Things are all right. Business is going on very well. Like you said, the year started very, very fast. If you blink, it leaves you behind.
You're right. So now, my friend, I heard you. The reason as to why I brought you here on Life Signatures is because I saw your video on Facebook and it was very intriguing. One of the things that you said on that video is that most of us, we go and we take online courses about doing online business from Americans or from the guys in Europe, and their context is totally different from ours, and we miss the point. And you guys are setting up a course that is relevant to us. Is that true?
Yes. Basically, that is true. We are setting up different courses. Actually, I started it as my own course, but people have looked at it and people have agreed that it's a good thing. And actually, it's no longer going just to be my course, but a lot of professionals around me have decided to do courses with me because really, look, if you want to do something, you always go to Skillshare, Masterclass.
Yeah.
You go to LinkedIn Learning, or as it was called before, lynda.com, or you go to
Coursera,
Udemy. Or Coursera.
Yeah.
Those things.
Yeah.
A lot of people are doing those things. They are cheap, they are nice, but they do not draw from our experience.
Right.
Most of these courses, actually 100% of these courses are American. Basically.
Yeah.
Coursera is American.
Yeah.
Udemy is American. Skillshare is American. Masterclass is American. LinkedIn Learning is American.
Yeah.
And most of them, 90 or more percent of the time, it's Americans who are teaching you how to do something.
Yeah.
And some of the things that they teach you are very outrageous. They do not, like for example, if somebody is asking you to take to start a business, they will tell you to write a proposal and take it to a bank. It doesn't work like that in Africa. You don't write a proposal in Africa and take it to a bank.
Yeah.
It won't work. They won't give you the money. There is no collateral. There is no money. There is no business. There is no business experience. They don't give you the money.
Yeah.
So for you to start a business, you want somebody who has been doing business in Africa.
Yeah.
Somebody like Namale, who is not a brother to Museveni, who has started from the gutter.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is the import of our course. So I started the course by, my specialty is branding, production, and writing consultancy.
Right.
So we were just growing from that experience. I've been in that business for about 15 years.
Yeah.
Right? And so it is better for somebody, it's better to be an apprentice of someone rather than reading something from a stranger, somebody who is 6,700 miles away from you.
Yeah. Today I was talking to a guy who gave me a very powerful analogy that I want to share with you. He said it's a Chinese joke, that the Chinese normally joke and they say for them, when you want to ride a tiger, you jump on the tiger and you learn on the way how to ride it. If it's going to kill you, it might kill you, but maybe you might learn how to ride the tiger. But with the Americans, they go to school and they study what is the size of the tiger. I mean, how big, how ferocious is it? What is the name? What is the blood pressure of the tiger? I mean, all those studies and are carried out. By the time they are through with the studying, the tiger is gone. So the thing is, the theory it doesn't necessarily work. Of course, we can learn some things from the books that these Americans are writing and so on. But we need our own experience here that is working. And I think for you, 15 years in consultancy, in writing, in the arts, in creative industry, in branding, there's quite a bit you can be able to offer us as far as online business is concerned. I'm guessing, right?
I always tell people. I always tell people this.
Mm-hmm.
That most of the things that we read are very foreign.
Yeah.
And reading these things, you gotta be like somebody who is eating fish.
Yeah.
You know, when a meal of fish is placed upon you, forget about the fish fillet.
Yeah.
When a whole fish is put in front of you,
a tilapia,
you need to know how to eat it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you need to know how to eat it.
Mm.
You're not going to eat the bones.
Yeah.
But sometimes it is very, very difficult to even for people. For example, we live in Kenya. There are tribes that don't know how to eat fish.
Yeah.
If you give them fish, you'll find the entire head is left. I mean, just a little bit of it is eaten.
Yeah.
And that is sometimes how we need to read these books from abroad. How to learn these things from abroad.
Yeah.
We just need to eat to take the flesh. Something that is evergreen. Something that cuts across.
Yeah.
But most of the time, we get a lot of stuff that is not cutting across continents.
Yeah.
So then that gives us a lot of problems when we try to. Like when I was in college, I had a problem with my teacher who was teaching us marketing.
Yeah.
He gave us an exam and told us that we need to define marketing according to London School of Economics.
Exactly, word for word.
Yeah, and I was wondering, and I asked him. When I was in college, they gave us an exam and they told us that define marketing according to London School of Economics.
Yeah.
And during the revision, I was asking my teacher, why is it that we cannot define marketing according to Nairobi University?
Yeah.
Or according to Kenyatta University, or according to Moi University? Why is it that we have to define marketing according to the London School of Economics?
Yeah.
And that. I was not trying to be silly. I was just putting things into context.
Yeah.
That a lot of we are supposed to market things in Africa according to London School of Economics, which is it would be good to borrow a little bit from the London School of Economics, but it would also be helpful for Kenyans to come up with their own idea of what marketing is.
Exactly.
Yeah, or a university in South Africa, or a university in Ibadan, of the University of Ibadan, or a university in Lagos. You know? So,
or one in Makerere, something like that.
Makerere, yes, at the slopes of the slopes of Makerere.
Yeah. So that's the disconnect right there. Now, let me ask you, Jagero. This course that you guys are setting up, let's just stay there for a minute. This course that you guys are setting up is starting in April, right? If I get my facts correct.
Oh, so now it's not up. Two have already happened.
Oh. Okay.
Two have already happened. So this is how the courses run, and let me tell you how they all started.
Yeah.
So at the beginning of 2020, I decided that I'm going to be outpouring. I was going to unburden myself of the things that I have learned, the experience that I have learned.
Yeah.
I have never been employed. I
Yeah.
only got employed for 30 minutes. And that is all employment I have seen. So I've been deep into the business part of life, you know.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of people struggling to do business, doing it wrongly sometimes, you know. And even the things that I do, like writing consultancy, there are many people who want to be writers.
Yeah.
So I said that in 2020, I'm going to be teaching people. I was not even calling it a course. I was calling it Insider Secrets.
Yes. Uh-huh.
The idea is we show you the secrets that we have learned in this trade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we actually we started one that was called How to Write and Earn Money.
Yeah.
That we were doing together with my friend who has been a writer. It has been very difficult for them to start blogs and earn money from it. So we were also teaching that. So those two courses have already been done.
Okay.
Now there is another one that we are going to be doing with a friend of mine called Rix Onyango Tieno.
Yes.
A gentleman who has been a poet and has been doing digital marketing for clients.
Yeah.
So we decided that we are going to do one with him called digital storytelling. And then a lady saw it and said, and visited me in the office and said, Jagero, I also want to do a course. I want to also share my experience. She has around 237,000 followers on Instagram.
Whoa.
Yeah, and she's verified, and she has got 56,000 followers on FB.
Whoa.
And what she does is she does influencing.
Yeah.
So she decided to teach two courses with me. One course is called Grow Your Following on Social Media.
Right.
Second one is called the Art of Influencing and How to Earn Money. So she's going to be doing that.
Yeah.
And then my cousin that I introduced into photography called Evans Deems.
Yeah.
Decided that, well, I have been doing photography my whole life. Why not teach it?
Yeah.
So we are doing photography with James, and there are two courses. One is called The Business of Photography, and photography itself, the art of photography. A 2-day course on the basics of photography.
2-day course.
So a lot of people around me are coming up with, I want to do a course. I want to do an inside secrets on my profession.
Yeah. Nice.
So that is basically what we are doing.
Nice. So let me ask you this, Oduor. How are you deploying these courses? Is there a course platform? Have you heard of ZD?
There is these courses we are just doing them online. I am trying to build a platform whereby I'm going to put all these courses once they have been done.
Yeah.
And people can subscribe to them and people can learn them.
Yeah. Okay.
So that is the plan. But right now, most of it is like photography is gonna be hybrid. We're going to have it physically, and then another one, the
virtual.
The business behind the business of photography you're going to do online.
Okay. Have you heard of ZD?
No, I've never heard of ZD.
You should write that down. ZYDII.com. Those are ZYDII.com. Actually, in my ZD, in my podcast today's conversation, I was talking to the CEO of ZD. She's called Joyce Mbaya. You remember Apprentice Africa at some point in time? There was a lady who represented Kenya. She started ZD. It's a Kenyan learning platform, and some courses are being hosted there. You can check them out.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Oduor, the metamorphosis, go back to tell us why 30 minutes? You were employed only for 30 minutes. I mean, just give us a journey. How was it? I mean, why 30 minutes? What kind of employment was it?
I always tell people that I am not one. I have, or even though I have never been employed, I am not one of those people that say employment is bad. I do not
Exactly.
say that.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, even myself, I have employees.
Yeah. Yeah.
Employment is not for everybody,
Yeah.
and there should be respect on both sides.
Yeah.
People who are not able to take that step and start a business, let them be employed. For people who want to run away and start a business, they should be allowed to experience the journey.
Yeah.
So I have always wanted to write.
Right.
So when I left college, I was not able to get a proper job to write.
Okay.
So I started doing writing consultancy and photography because I was taught media, basically.
Yeah.
Photography, news, PR, blah blah blah. Those are the things that I was taught.
Yeah.
So when I wasn't able to get a job, I did not decide, to take a rope and kill myself. I decided that, I can do something.
Yeah,
so I started doing a lot of consultancy here and there. And the job opportunity came later in life. So this is the story. A gentleman from America wanted to recruit writers to write for him.
Yeah.
He interviewed me and I got it. It was paying around $300 a month.
A month, okay.
Yeah, but I was also an artist then. I was doing a lot of poetry and organizing poetry gigs and basically meeting a lot of artists in town.
Yeah.
So now I went to take up the job, and 30 minutes later I realized that I actually had a meeting with one of the artists at Alliance Francais in town.
Yeah, yeah.
And it required me to have my laptop, which I was already using in that office. So what happened is I told the new boss, that I want to go and have a meeting with this guy and then I'll be back. I promise that is the last thing I'm going to do.
Yeah.
But then when I went for that meeting, after the meeting, the gentleman told me
that
we have to go somewhere else and have another meeting with a gentleman.
Yeah.
And
at
that point I needed to make to refuse going to that meeting and coming back to the work.
Yeah.
And then I realized that I had another meeting at 3.
Oh.
So I didn't go back.
The laptop was yours.
Yeah, the laptop was mine.
Yeah.
So I didn't go back to work.
Yeah. And that was it. That was the only employment you've had, and that was it.
That is the only employment I ever had.
Okay, cool. That's fine. So let me ask you this. The creative industry and the online platforms, they are merging together and people are actually earning some money from this. And you're one of those guys who are earning money from the online platforms and so on. And the question I'm going to ask you is this. Do you see the need for this industry to be extended to the education systems, whether it's in the tertiary systems or it's in the mainstream university? Are they being taught these things that you are teaching?
I get a lot of interns every day.
Yeah.
One of the things with the current education system is that it is not. I find education that is well, let's start with the mentality of education in Africa.
Yeah.
And many other parts of the world. The mentality of Africa is that we are going to teach you and you're going to get a job.
Yeah.
And that is a big problem. Because there are no jobs.
Yeah.
There are very few jobs. I mean, how many graduates leave Makerere University every year?
100,000 conservatively.
Yeah. And that is so I was saying that most of the universities right now are in business. There is, for example, in Kenya, there is a whole lot of South Africanization of the university of education in Kenya.
Yeah.
There are so many South African enterprises or business people that have bought most of our education, the high-end education system in Kenya.
Yeah.
So it is a very established kind of business. Okay.
Mm.
And what is happening is that the parents are thinking that the more they spend on education, the better their children are going to be.
Yeah.
So they are taking them to all these, high-end primary schools, high-end
group of schools,
intermediate schools, high-end nursery schools, group of schools. Thinking that when you give these kids high-end education, high-end is in quotes actually. There is nothing high-end about those schools.
Yeah.
Those schools are just teaching English. I mean, how kids just learn English. I don't think there is something else that they are teaching that is completely out of this world. It's just that they talk like Americans. When my kid goes here, he talks like America. He's no longer talking in Buganda. He's no longer talking Swahili. So my kid is really, really blue chip.
Yeah.
But if you look at it, if you look at the substance, it is just churning out graduates.
Yeah.
And I have had students coming from the high end, the very high end in Kenya, coming to do an attachment in my office.
Yeah.
Most of them are really. You wonder what is going on in those institutions.
Yeah. They're green.
All right. So they're very, very green. So one of the things that I always tell people when I get the opportunity to speak like today, that let parents stop looking at schooling as the only avenue through which their kids are going to have a life. Education is very, very important.
Yes.
And if a parent can afford it, they should afford it to the highest level.
Yes.
Because then if your child has a PhD, they're likely to get high-end jobs at the UN, at the international organizations, at the blue-chip companies.
Yes.
But how many blue-chip opportunities do we have?
There are very few as compared to
For example, at the UN, how many kids from Uganda were going to work at the UN?
Yeah. I mean,
how many are going to work at Equity Bank?
Exactly. It's a small percentage of the graduates. Few. Yeah, very few. Less than, I could say even less than 1% of the graduates.
And when you bring in the issue of corruption that is in Africa, and then you bring in the issue of nepotism in Africa, and you bring in all those ills that are affecting Africa, then it even becomes fewer. You get?
Yeah.
If somebody is working at the UN, the first opportunity will be given to the person that is very close to them.
Yeah.
So however bright you are, you're going to miss out. So what I think should happen with education is people need to be taught. If somebody has been known, if you know that your child is already good in playing instruments.
Yes.
I would rather you buy expensive instruments and give this boy or this girl, rather than taking them for an expensive education endeavor, and then they are just gonna finish that schooling, and then just gonna come back home and watch Netflix and use your tissue paper and eat your food.
I hear you. That being said, Oduor, if you are to mentor these kids, of course, let's speak into the joblessness scourge in Africa. It is massive. You and I have agreed, of course, that there are no jobs, but it doesn't mean that there are no opportunities to add value in this life with the small things that we know, the small gifts and talents and the skills that we can pick up here and there. So my question to you is this. If you are to mentor these guys, how would you help them to chart out their course from where they are to where you are, in that you are doing what you love, you're not struggling in this thing, you are earning from it? What is the trajectory? How would they arrange themselves, for lack of a better word? How would they organize themselves?
So I said there are no jobs.
Yeah.
But that is just half the statement.
Yeah.
There are no jobs. there are no jobs in Kenya. There are no jobs in Uganda. There are no jobs in Rwanda. But there are lots of jobs. I do not call myself a Pan-Africanist. What is the word? Pan-Africa what?
Pan-African, the guys who are...
it's a Pan-Africanist.
Yeah, but Pan-Africanist.
Yeah, Pan-African.
Yeah.
Pan-African, yeah? I like to call myself a global citizen.
Yes.
Because there are so many jobs out there globally.
Yeah.
And some of those jobs do not even need you to go there and work physically in Bulgaria.
Yeah.
Or in New York.
Yeah.
Or in New York. Or in Los Angeles. Or in Munich. Or in Switzerland. Or in London. There are so many jobs online. I was telling a lady that there is something called a virtual assistant. Virtual assistant means that you can, as a young lady, you can work for a very busy woman in California.
Yeah.
You wake up, check her emails, tell her the ones that are important, give it to her, she'll write replies, and you reply to the people that have emailed her. That is being virtual assistant. If you're a videographer, there are so many jobs for videographing on something called Fiverr.
Yeah.
If you're a writer, there are so many writing gigs on Fiverr. There are so many writing gigs on Upwork.
Yeah.
There is so much work. Let me tell you something, Mr. Namale. So many of my jobs are done in Pakistan and in India.
Whoa.
I upload 10 GB of video and I send it to Pakistan. It is edited in Pakistan and it is uploaded again in a G drive.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
So many Indians. The other day I wanted the services of a lawyer.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford it in Nairobi.
Whoa.
It was done in India.
Whoa.
Yeah, lawyers in Nairobi were charging me about 150,000. That is $1,500.
Yeah.
It was done in India at 300 Kenya shillings, at $300.
Wow. Global citizenship.
Yeah. Global citizenship.
Yeah.
Because and why am I taking my videos to Pakistan and India? Because they are ready to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
They are ready to work. They are built to write. They know that there are no jobs in India.
Yeah.
India have got billions of people.
Yeah.
And so people are looking for work everywhere around the world.
Yeah.
And these people are so loyal. When you tell them that I want this job at this particular time, they will deliver it.
Yeah.
All right? So I always urge people that there are so many jobs in this world. The only thing is that you need to get out of your mind this idea that you have to get a job, that you have to put on a suit and leave your house
at 5 in the morning
and go work in downtown Kampala.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, so that is where the world is going, and we are going to be having 5G.
Yeah, soon.
Safaricom is already testing 5G in Nairobi.
Yeah.
I mean, 20 GB will be going to somebody in Uganda in 3 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and we are no longer going to have problems with video call.
Yeah.
So people and that is why I was talking about starting something in my village called a dream center.
Yes.
Imagine people in Gulu.
Yeah.
Who have to leave Gulu and come to Kampala to get a job. Imagine people from Barara.
Yeah.
Imagine people from Kabale.
Yeah.
These are people who can finish school in their villages. They can learn online using computers.
Yeah.
If our government had a half a brain. a young boy from Kabale can teach himself coding.
Exactly.
And will work for a company in Munich.
Yeah.
And earn 10,000 USD in a month.
Yeah.
And eat it there in Kabale. Imagine somebody from Kabale having $5,000 in their pocket.
And they have never left the place.
Yes, imagine.
Yeah.
But our governments are taking all these Chinese loans and not doing anything with it.
Yeah.
They're just thinking about big roads, big ass roads. I mean, roads are good, but they're not going to solve the problems of some of the intimate problems that we are having.
Yeah. This phenomenon you're talking about, it's popularly referred to as the gig economy. It's a big time thing. I saw some statistics some 3 years ago that, okay, of course, we are using the Americans because they're the ones who normally do a lot of statistics. That 40% of Americans, by the year, I think it was 2017, 40% were working in the gig economy. That is 40% of people who are working that are in the gig economy.
But you see, that is going to be very problematic in Africa because we don't have internet.
Yeah.
I mean, I've come to that country of yours where you stay. It's a shitty country, really. I mean, you don't have internet in Uganda. You really don't.
It's true.
You don't have internet in Uganda. You buy internet in Uganda in MBs.
Yeah.
Well, how can you do business with MBs?
Yeah.
You cannot do gig economy using MBs.
You're right.
And this is what this old man in Uganda is not understanding, and most of the old men that we are having here.
Yeah.
Look, they throttle Facebook.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends in Uganda were using Facebook as their only way of marketing their products and services.
Yeah.
And the things they do. But these people can't even see it.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, if you try to sponsor something in Uganda, like a Facebook like in Uganda, Facebook is charging 8 Kenya shillings per like.
Yeah.
Because Facebook has been throttled there in Uganda. In Kenya, it's about a bob per like.
Yeah.
So the lens through which our leaders are looking at the economy is very much lopsided. They don't understand it. And that is why I have problems with old men who are trying to insist on being leaders in Africa.
Yeah.
People like Raila Odinga.
Yeah.
You know, they claim that they want to take Kenya from position 1 to position 10, but they really don't have the capacity to do it because they don't understand the internet. They don't understand how the gig economy works.
Yeah. The 4IR.
So if and that is why, and that is, for me, I don't have a big problem, but at least they should allow people who understand these things to give them direction.
Exactly.
Like the case of Uganda is really really painful.
Yeah.
I have people like Abuyanga that was basically doing business online.
Yeah.
Their lives have been shattered.
Yeah.
Because somebody does not see the sense.
Yeah.
It's a very difficult and a very saddening thing in as far as the youth is concerned. And the saddest part of it is these young men that are still putting these people going to the ballot,
of course,
and putting these people on this.
They are voting them back to power.
Yeah. So you're wondering, but when you don't know, like I always say, when people tell me that I should be vying for something in my village, I always tell them, what am I going to promise these people? I'm going to lie to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is the sad reality.
So there's the sad reality of the leadership that we do have and so on, and perhaps that one might change. Perhaps the youth might wake up one day and they might realize that they need to change the leadership and so on. That's one wing. And probably it might not necessarily be in their control fully. But I know what is fully in their control is to prepare themselves, right? To prepare themselves to create value in this gig economy and with the use of the technology and the internet so that they can be able to earn from it.
And that will involve their parents.
Okay. Tell me more.
Because it is because it is the parent that should be able to know that this boy this girl needs a computer.
Yeah.
It's a parent that should know that this boy is not able to do well in maths.
Yeah. They should
This is a
observe.
sports person.
Yeah, they should observe keenly.
And I don't think parents want to brag about what their kids are doing.
Mm.
You remember the story of there is a gentleman in the US who has a YouTube channel. I forget his name.
Mm-hmm.
I think he went to Harvard University.
Mm-hmm.
And the other day he was talking with a very well-known YouTuber. I don't know if you know him. He's called MKHD.
Mm-hmm.
And he was telling his story because right now he has around 26 employees.
Whoa.
Working for him, and he earns about 100,000 USD per month.
Whoa. That's $1 million a year.
Channel. Yeah. No, per month.
For 1 year, if it's 100K a month, then
yes,
by the close of the year,
it's $1 million.
Yeah, it stops.
It's $1 million.
Yeah.
And he was saying that when he was starting this YouTube thing, his peers in college were very embarrassed for him because they would meet at a club, they would meet at a place, at a wedding, they would meet anywhere, and they will say that some are working for Google, some are working for this blue chip company, from that blue chip company.
Yeah.
But when he was asked what he was doing, he would simply say that he's YouTubing, and it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
But now he can easily employ those people.
Yeah.
So and even blogging.
Yeah.
People think blogging is a shitty thing that. But look at tuko.co.ke.
Yeah.
Tuko.co.ke as overtaken Nation Media Group.
How old is Tuko, by the way? How old is Tuko?
Tuko is very young.
It's
Tuko
very
was started,
young.
I think, in 2014?
Could be even 15 there.
Tuko is 5 years.
Yeah, it's not that old. It's very young.
But it has overtaken Citizen Digital, it has taken Nation Digital, it has taken K24 Digital, it has overtaken KBC.
Yeah.
So it's overtaken all those ones.
Whoa. Anyway, you're telling me about Tuko. 5 years in business, and they're bigger than the mainstream, so to speak, the mainstream media. And these are being run by guys, common mananchi, so to speak. Right. So, in a nutshell, you've been in this business, even as we're coming to a close of this episode, you've been in this business for 15 years. You're doing your consultancy, you're doing writing, you're doing photography, and so on. I could pick very many angles of attacking this question, but let me ask you about writing because I am so passionate about that area. If someone is to be earning from writing, what advice would you give them? Because there are quite a number of guys out there who are gifted at writing. If they're not looking for jobs and they wanted to earn like you're earning, do you have a course, first of all, that you can teach them? And secondly, if you're to give them general advice, what channel would you tell them to use? What angles will you tell them to take?
Well, there are two kinds of writing.
Yeah.
There is writing for people to earn money. Then there is writing for yourself to earn money.
Okay.
So, writing for yourself, for other people to earn money means that you basically write articles for magazines.
Yeah.
Writing articles for companies and earning money and charging them per word or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then there is starting your own blog.
Mm-hmm.
You write your own blogs and earn money through advertising, ads.
Mm-hmm.
You earn money through sponsorships.
Mm-hmm.
You earn money through affiliate marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And the list is endless on how you can earn money through your own blog.
Okay.
that is basically how to go about it when you want to write and earn money.
And I can say maybe even if I was to add, because we're talking about the creative industry, the same can apply to a podcast. The same can apply to a YouTube channel. Those are the same avenues that people can use to earn, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Good stuff. In your 15 years, what downsides have you seen in this industry that you are in?
Which one? The consultancy.
The consultancy and online working.
It's fluid. There is nothing set on stone. When you are employed, you are guaranteed of a salary.
Yeah.
When you are doing your own things, nobody guarantees you anything. That is one of the areas where you need to you need to do more. You need to go out there and look for business. So
there's the element of being uncertain. There's no certainty that at the end of the month.
There is.
Yeah.
But again, depends on how you approach it. If you're somebody who's aggressive in looking for jobs, you'll always get jobs.
Okay.
Yeah, but when you are starting, there will be a few hitches here and there. It's not a, it is not. It's a. Every. There are some every thorn has a rose.
Yeah. And every rose has a thorn. I hear you.
Yeah. So you nothing is difficult. Nothing is easy in this world. Even employment can be pretty difficult sometimes.
Yeah.
My wife is in employment, and I see those people go out early in the morning, come back late at night.
Yeah.
I like today. When is today? What? I don't even know when today is. Today is it a Wednesday?
It's Wednesday. Today is Wednesday.
Yeah, but I was sleeping in the village,
Yeah.
It means that it affords you some, but sometimes on Sunday I'm in the office.
Yeah. So there is that flexibility of yours. You're your own boss and so on. But being your own boss also means that you've got to pay yourself and so on. So you're more responsible for yourself.
Yeah. It's difficult.
Okay.
Nobody said it would be easy.
Yeah. So Oduor,
it's difficult. Every yeah. Go ahead.
If you were to, let's say, tell a guy how they can be able to make it, maybe you have some 2-3 points that you can give someone who is venturing into consultancy or maybe just online working and so on. What will you tell them? What advice will you give them if they are to make it?
First of all, they should understand that there are very few low-hanging fruits.
Yeah.
That's the reality of consultancy jobs.
The
low-hanging fruits will come, but not now. You have to put a lot of effort. Failure is part of it.
Okay.
Failure is part of it, but failure does not mean that you must go back to the village. You just try again.
Yeah.
If you insist, it's very difficult to for a man who insists to fail. When I say a man, I mean both gender.
Yeah.
It is learn as much as possible.
That's number 2.
The most important thing that the reason why people fail is that there is a lot of ignorance that goes into what they are doing. They have no inside secrets on what they are doing, and you have to read about what you want to do.
Research.
You have to know the tricks.
Immerse yourself into it.
You have to know the tricks.
Yeah.
And then once you've known how to do it, and you can't afford not to be disciplined.
Yeah. Discipline.
Nobody's going to tell you to wake up.
Yeah.
A warning letter. Employment.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to call you into a boardroom.
Yeah.
all those things you'll have to give yourself a warning letter.
Yeah.
You'll have to call yourself to a boardroom.
Yeah.
You'll have to give yourself a warning letter.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it works.
Yeah. I get you. So even as we are concluding this episode, I'm really grateful for your insights today. I'm sure guys are wondering, who is this Oduor? How can I get in touch with him if I wanted to consult with him, or maybe if I wanted to take one of the courses that they're offering? How in the world are they going to get in touch with you?
Oh, how they should know about me. They should know that I was once a villager.
Yeah.
And I left village and went to the city and did mass communication and journalism and started doing my own work.
Yeah.
I have written 4 books. They are on. You can see my work oduorjagero.com.
Okay.
Or .co.ke. oduorjagero.co.ke.
Yeah.
That's where you can see all the books that I've written.
Mm-hmm.
My consultancy business is called Koamedia, so you can go to koamedia.co.ke.
Koa is K.
KOA Media.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you want to know about the courses that we are doing, you go to Inside Secrets.
Mm-hmm.
InsideSecrets.com.
Okay.
.academy.
Sorry, Inside Secrets. Inside or Insight?
Inside.
Oh, okay.
Inside.
Okay. Okay. InsideSecrets.academy. That's where all those courses are.
Yes.
And I'm sure you're adding more and more and more as time goes on, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So anyone who wanted to send you an email, they can find them on the websites?
Yeah, they can find them on both the websites.
Okay, cool. So guys, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it from the horse's mouth. If you wanted to make it as a consultant in this technological world and in the world of the internet, one of the persons who has been doing it for 15 years successfully is Oduor Jagero. He's been gracing our episode today. We've had a very good conversation with him, of course with some interruptions because of the internet, but we've been able to string it together. Oduor, once again, let me say thank you so much for taking some time, even though you have a toothache, to do 1 hour of discussion. I appreciate this. Any last words from you?
Thank you very much. Keep up the faith.
Cool.
Life is short. Enjoy it.
All right.
Because you never know.
All right. Okay, yeah. Oduor, until another time when we're having another discussion, maybe in person, I wish you all the best, my friend. Go and kill it and keep shining. Thank you for showing us the light, and thank you for telling us that it is possible. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Life Signatures Radio. If you enjoyed today's show, subscribe to Life Signatures Radio on iTunes, Stitcher, or visit our website at lifesignatures.libsyn.com. Life Signatures Radio, fresh, clean, and inspiring.